All right, this recap's going to be all over the place because we had some data issues. So my live wire indicator wasn't loading. And then somebody said something about a Cloudfare outage. I went to Lucid Trading. We couldn't log into the account, but the data was working. Uh, and I wanted to just test to see if I would even be able to trade. So I just traded one account, which was this 63, I think, here. 163? Yeah. Um, and I was winning these trades, but they were coming up as losses. And I wasn't recording here. Um, but when I was taking wins and they were deducting money from my account, I said, I better record this because this is malfunction. So let me keep trading. Number one, because I was down 195. And then, of course, I went on and I was $5 away and, of course, lost. I don't know if that was a malfunction or what that was, but we're going to go through now. One issue is the trades are not coming up on the chart. So I do have a chart that I call the results chart. I'm going to see if I load it. Oh, a little freeze up there. Yeah, data's really wacky all day today. I mean, I'm done for the day, but let me go to load. And I don't know why. I guess it's something with Livewire. But if I go to results and see what happens if the orders go in there. I saw something. That was the last trade I took. All right. And that account was 63. And it was probably after market open. If I go back to 9:30, just to see if we could figure out what was going on. But it was insane. If I go to trade performance, it was 9:39 I started. No, it was earlier. 9:35. So I did wait the 5 minutes. Generally don't trade at that time, but I was gonna not trade all day. I was like, let me just see. And then once that happened, I was gonna pack it in, and you're gonna see in the video why I was deciding not to trade. 35. Man, look, this data was flying. So these numbers were astronomical. Okay. So was I long there? Okay, I was. This is a Ludwig level. Even with the crazy price action, I was playing this long. Then I might have flipped. Let's see. Yeah. So that was the trade, and the trade won. I don't know how. Got into 28, got into 21 and 23. Now, I don't think this trade lost. Why did it deduct it from my account? I probably could fight this. Yeah, I'm in here. The market went up. I mean, here it closed it, but my stop was nowhere near this, and it's I don't know who closed it. I think there was definitely like Apex might have closed it because I was getting Apex errors, and you might see that from time to time on the chart. So this wasn't recorded, but this was a good trade here, and let's see what was going on the other chart here at 9:30. Yeah, I mean, so price did break up out of the gate, so I was playing that this was going to be support and continue up. And it did get a small bounce before it reversed, and then I switched, and then I was shorts the rest of the way. So I did win that trade, but again, because of malfunctions, it closed the trade. Apex, I think, the prop firm. So like I really probably could fight that. Now looks like I'm in a short mode here, right? And I'm playing again. This is a Ludwig level here. Let's see if I'm short. Yeah, that was it for longs. Once that moved down, so it had me breaking even there and winning on that one. Very weird. These were all shorts. These all should have won. But it was making me lose. So let's just go through and see what was going on and see if Apex was closing. If it says close, then Apex was closing trades and making them lose. This is the wrong chart. Yeah, unfortunately, my entries are not coming up on the chart that I trade on. All right, so that won. Entry. Yeah, I was going short here. So, like, why did these not win? I mean, I'm here from 83 to, that's a 30-point win. So that was at 937. And I was short. It was taking me out at 1783. Like 20 seconds later. Like, but there's nothing that took me out on this chart. Let's keep going. Yeah, I mean, I said that was a winning trade, man. I really feel like I got to send this in. That's a win. That's a win. From 83, 77 to 67, 83 to 70. What has Ninja got? $77, 80. Yeah. Definitely malfunctions. So, all right. I mean, I'm going to continue, but I think I got to make another video and send it in to. Is this Ninja? Is it Apex? I guess it's Apex, because these are winning trades, and it was deducted. So I was right in saying something wrong, and I wasn't recording this, but you can see now that sure as hell won. Did not lose. Let's see about these. I mean, it deducted these too. Maybe these were legit losses, but who knows? So at about 39 after, let's just scroll. Entry. All right, that might have been legit stops. As soon as I came in, boom, and that was probably in seconds it took me. And that was, crazy market move. And I think I wasn't recording at this point. Let's see how long that trade was. Probably seconds. Yeah, 5 seconds, 6 seconds. And it did take both contracts out. So that was probably a legit loss. Then that's where now I start recording from here. But now it kind of worked, right? I think this was a legit loss too. Tons of slippage, I think, though. But we're going to see that in a video. So from this point on, I traded. I got to $5 down. Of course, that's the trade you lose, right? And it knocked me right back down to 144 down. Or 181. So look at that, man. All that work and then smoke me. But when you trade like this, you got to be willing to take that loss. So I'm curious what that looks like on video. If I move the stop, if it blasted my stop, if there was slippage. And then from here on out, kind of cruised. Did take a loss here. I'm not sure. Let's look at the grouping here. These were all out at the same time, so yeah, again, could be a loss or break even. But it could be a loss. And it got me, just a little red. Then from that point on, look at pretty. Here's another loss. But again, was it a loss? It's hard to tell. It was just so crazy. And it shouldn't have been traded. But I'm glad I was able to take this account from negative 200 or 195 to plus 132. And this was part of group trade. I copy traded. Once everything calmed down, I came back later. The numbers were where they should be. So let's go to the video. And and again, what I was looking at, first I was long because strong move up. This was support. It was bouncing up, and I won that long, the first long. Once this happened, I was short. I don't think I took a long the rest of the day on anything because of this. All of these pullbacks. This is a 55, even though it broke here, 55 EMA, boom, boom, boom. Short was the move. Here's pretty wild. I mean, if I was trading, I could be in trouble here. That's a 200-point move, man. I'm glad I'm done for the day. Now I don't know where it's going. Do I think it's going here? Do I think it's breaking there? No, but that's another almost 100 points up. I don't want to deal with that. I don't know where it's going right now. So I would not be trading this, period. If anything, I do think it's going to test this. And that's 70 points up. So I might be playing pullbacks to these levels up. But if this price comes, the trade I would be looking for, if we close a red dot below this 21, look out below. it's going to go and test these and probably break them. So that's the long term. And look, it's diving down. If it comes and closes here, that's it. But that's still a long way down. Excuse me. That's 60, 70 points down. All right, so let's get this video rolling. I'm curious to see. This is some live trading, and I'm narrating a little bit, so I might shut up and let the narration go. Thing is, I am trading live, and it's an account. I'm relatively calm doing this, even though it's insane. A couple things I've noticed is 3,000 on here. I shouldn't be trading that, but I'm trading one account. I'm not copy trading at this point.
So that's a winning trade, right? Let me see this.
That's a beautiful trade. So right there, $50. So that did work. Okay, I'm looking at that. Once that price breaks below those EMAs, that's when I get all the money back.
Order filled.
I do move the stop, did I? Oh no. Yeah, I'm flying blind right here with no net.
Target filled.
Which, in other words, the 200's not activated. If I lose 200,
Stop filled.
but the 75 is activated. So 2 trades, I got almost half of it back. And I'm just keep shorting. I'm in short mode. Look at that. Man, look how quick. Almost wiped out the whole debt. Look, once that closes short, that's it. We're going. And I was right. But we did lose something. Something did lose. Oh, did it? This might get me all the way back. Yeah. This might have got me almost. Look at that. $5. So $200. 190 made. I was like, we got this. And I think this is the trade that loses. Oh, I was trying to move. Oh, I did move it. Wow, did that get smoked? This might have been a malfunction too. I think I won this. Let's see. Ooh, look at that going against me. Pretty bad. Oh, I couldn't. Okay. Watch that again. Data was frozen. I was trying to move it. Couldn't move it. I probably would have won this trade if I would have been able to move that. Why? Because it's going to hit these levels in reverse. See that? Ugh. All right, so I'm going back in. So 2 out of 3 got stopped, and now I think it comes back like a rocket. So I would not have lost that trade. Let's see. This should come tumbling down. I moved my targets a little more. Just above that Ludwig or whatever. Well, now look at this. So I got a lot of it back. But again, that trade would not have lost. It was, again, it wouldn't let me move. Ninja was frozen. But this is what we have to deal with as traders. So I'm working my way back. So was up, down 200, got to break even, went down 180. Now, how many trades did I get that money back? And I was in short mode. Yeah, almost back to break even. Now I'm real. This is where I look. Now I'm looking at that because I see, all right, we're going lower. We're going lower because I'll freeze it on that chart. Looking again, am I still in short mode? Once I see this with 5 seconds on that candle to close, 5 seconds here, this closes down, boom, we're going here. And I know that. And that's when the profits came in. I don't think I really lost from here. There might have been one malfunction. I remember a malfunction happening. Let's see.
Target filled.
Wow, that was quick.
Stop filled.
Yeah, I don't know what. I was obviously some data lag there going on.
Order filled.
I think I get hit here. Did I get hit? Nope. I put it to 1 and beautiful trade. Down $3. Again, made that 180 back now. I'm still in short mode. Really don't care where I short it because it's so fast. It doesn't matter. I just think it's going lower. Even if I got to take a little heat, I'm okay with that because ultimately we're going down. And these were great trade. Look at that. Pretty good. It's a very tight follow stop. But now I got the account green. I just said fucking insane. So it really looked like one trade.
Like, what is this?
I'm still on the account 63. Did I go long it? No, I'm still short mode. Let's see.
You can't trade this shit. Get through this. Question. So it's got me.
Did I lose that trade?
Target filled. Issues.
Yeah, probably. I don't know how that trade lost. Because my account went from 31 to 23. There you go.
Oh, shit.
All right, so that was a malfunction. And that's how it was closing those trades on me, taking money from me, even though these trades weren't losing. Like I didn't know what was going on right now. I was just like, all right, let me just manage this. I know it's going lower. So I was at 31 when this trade started. Let's see where, and then I ended up at 23. I think because Apex closed the trade and made it lose. Again, maybe it did hit my stop, but my stops is still there. Unless it hit one, I don't know what. But this trade wins. It wins pretty good. Yeah. But yet I'm down. My account got deducted. And I think I continue to trade. I'm gonna skip through all of that. Yeah. Yeah, then that was it. All right, so I did realize it was down a little.
Let's just see what happens. There's no signals popping up. So
Yeah, did I show that trade? I think I took a winning trade somewhere. Coming up here. There it goes. So damn quick. So 23. Shorting again. This is a 200 EMA. Probably going to go short there off of that level. And there you go. All right. So that was, and I just stopped. And let me just see something for a second. These numbers, you should not be trading with the ticks per second. That's not normal price movement. However, I was in short mode because of this here. Who I'm trading again?
I'll take it.
All right, so anyway, that was that. Then let's go to the lead account. Is this one? And let's disengage this one. So this was I came back later. I don't think I recorded this, but it was, you look at 10 minutes, 76 bucks, but look with the totals for the day where it's over $2,000, even though it doesn't look like a lot. Now, I did pump this out. This is what I got to look at. This is from overnight trading. I got into trade by mistake, and then I managed it, and then I wound up trading and winning. So I'm going to look at that later and explain about what is a losing trade. And I did take probably $400 worth of heat. I didn't take the $200 loss. I was like confident I was correct. But I'm going to go back and look at it later. I want to look at the copy trades because I wasn't going to trade today. And I want to see and come what possessed me to take these trades. Number one, the market calmed down. Now, if it's 2,000, this is fine. This is tradable. So let's go back to 1040. Again, this is not the exact chart I trade on. It kind of blows, but I got to figure that out. All right, so this is where I kind of came in and was trading. Pretty conservative. I was going maybe one contract at a time. Yeah, one contract win, just took a few points just to make sure, number one, was the copy trader working? So that first one's always the test trade, just to get a few points, make sure everything linked up. And it did. All the accounts were locked in. Then I actually took a loss. And was it a loss? These trades all closed almost the same time. So two of them got hit. Looks like I did add in. So overall, it was definitely, I don't know what the hell was going on there. These numbers are not adding up. This should be a $60 loss. Oh, it says 56. Oh, I guess it does. 56, yeah. So I was down 56 on these and then came back. So let's see what was going on again. There were major data problems and it was probably crazy to trade it, but I kept pushing and that was the first trade won. Enter. Okay, this did go against me. And I got stopped out pretty quickly. And that was my ATM probably in here, which I think is 60 points. 60 and 60 and 61. I keep them separated so I can move them independently. Again, here's another one. Boom. So those are those two losses right there. When one, two contracts here. Wow, that was pretty damn quick. Here's an entry again, entered again, and then and then flush my way. So this is at 40 to 42. So these were great trades. So right there by 42, I'm back up again. So that was this sequence of trades. Yeah, I'm out. I'm 10 seconds later. I'm back in. Again, just shorting because I think we're down specifically because of, let's see the chart I was trading on, which maybe tell a different story. Go back to that 1040. And unfortunately, I don't think the trades are coming up. Yeah, you don't see them plotted here. Yeah, so, yellow bars usually means down, especially when this move happens here. These signals are actually really good. I don't think I was taking those, but I think I was already out at this point. I was shorting more like, yeah, I was taking these moves here. I was more in this area. So, unfortunately, that's to try to trade them, but this is where I can get the signals to show up. Um, wasn't many more trades. So, again, I'm still going short. Now, what was this? This is a 200 EMA at 1044. Let's see what the big chart looked like here. 1044. Yeah, we're below all the EMAs. We're closing. I think we're going to here, and we did go here. Going to 29. So I'm playing that we're going back down to here. And it was kind of choppy, but, you know, ultimately it was rejecting off these EMAs. And this one, it poked through and then dumped. Was I done at 55 after? I think I was. And that's good that I was, because I didn't have to deal with that heat of that pullback. And performance, yeah, I was done by 50. Last trade was, again, 5-second trade. That was a minute trade, pretty long for me, but it won. So this was a good group. This was a pretty hairy grouping here. This whole grouping here. But overall, wow, does it count down again? Oh, those are the losses. Another profit was here. Yeah, by 1050 I was done. Let's see the last couple of trades. All right, so this was in this while. I pulled back. Yeah, I don't know how much heat that was, but it wasn't a lot of. I think it was 2 contracts, and boom. Ultimately, and it was a good escape. It was, using that level obviously to get out. And look at that. It shot up, from my exit to the tick almost. Right? Over 30 point. I would have had to sit through that if I didn't get out there. So, using these levels to escape is great. And specifically right at the level. So I love when I see that. It means I had my targets in the right spot and not dealing with runners or anything like that. All right, and then what's that? One more. All right, playing pullbacks. Boom. And let's see what it looked like on the chart I actually traded on at 1050 in 14 seconds. 1050. I guess it was this move here. It was right here. Yeah, so it's a pullback to this, whatever this yellow line is with live wire, and the short, just to this level. And again, look how the level works. So that was the trade. That was the last trade that got the accounts up. And let's go to the performance. Wow, no long trades. Like I said, everything was short. Not a great win percentage, but the winning trade and the losing trade were pretty damn close. That was enough to be profitable. Very, very low drawdown. and ultimately profitable day. And then I had more slippage on on the positive side, where the follower accounts actually got more money because of the data was so wacky today. And these were accounts I traded individually. Oh, this is what we're going to talk about here. Why is this one so high? Now, these accounts, interesting. I was using automation to trade these. They went up to 50,800 and then they went down to 49,200, a $1,600, and they were in drawdown by 1,600. There was only $900 drawdown. The high water mark on a lot of these are 50,008. So I'm really close to getting the $2,500 drawdown back since I started trading them. And I guess if I have this one account, I mean, this is basically, and this will tell the story of where it came from and how well I've been trading. If we go to the analysis, and I took over the accounts right around Halloweenish here, you're gonna say this might have been the last losing day, which was the automation, not me. If it's a losing day, it was automation. You see every day was green from there, and how I got these accounts out of the gutter that the automation caused. Yeah, so that was the last trade I let the automation take, right? And there you go. So the 30th was when I took over, got rid of automation, and it was a good 1,600. Yeah, so I didn't get all the drawdown back, but that's the performance since I started manually trading this stuff. And there's the summary. So you can see my totals, win percentage is usually higher than what we had today. But today was not a day to trade. I'm lucky I got what I got. I'm smart enough to cut out, but using all these metrics. So that's that. Now, that account, overnight, a trade was taken by mistake. Let's see what account that was. And this shouldn't be much longer here. Um, it was this account here. I traded 49 too. That was my lowest account. What I do is whatever the account is the lowest, I'll trade it a little bit extra, try to catch it up to the other ones, keep them even. And I did. I was still the lowest one, but enough already. This was low last night. I took. By mistake, it was taken on this one. So it's account 152. Let's go to the chart that shows it 152, and let's see what time that was last night. Oh, I got to go to trade performance. Here, cut it. Oh, and then again, this is another grouping, and you're going to see if I go to analysis. So that was with the copy trading. So this is following the leader, and this one actually has $1,400 in profit. So that's even closer to getting the accounts in good, back to full drawdown. Let's go to trades, but we only want today's trades. Today's the 18th. And again, overnight, I was setting up automation for the live wire signals to be taken, which I'm obviously not going to test today with this market. So these signals here will be automated. But we'll show that another day. So let's go back to the trade times here. So it was almost midnight last night, and how long did I trade? Yeah, I guess I dove back in later. So this was the mistake trade here, and then I decided to trade a little bit, and finally got done at 2 in the morning, but with decent profit. 143 from last night. You can see I took losses here. I had to really manage this. So if I go back to 11:57 last night, it would be 23:57. So by mistake, it entered a trade. And let me see what the big chart was. 11:57. and the market was down even. And so once I seen this, I was like, all right, we're going on. I think this is where I got out of the trade. It was struggling to, it could have went here, but it didn't. Um, yeah, so it did, this it rejected, and I got paid. Um, some of these trades did take some heat. I think I was going short here. I think it was going that, and it didn't. And I had to add in at these levels. And I was, I was adding in all these. Taking some heat. It was probably a good $300-$400 worth of heat. That's why, man, if I would have had this $200 loss enabled, I would have lost the 200, then I would have had to continue trading. Now I didn't, and it did. I was confident this was coming back. But let's see, this was at 12:30 last night. Here. So again, the market was down. So I was expecting these levels to hold, and if it never even hit here. Once it closed down, down here, I knew we were going lower, and then we did. So I was confident. That's why I held that and took that heat, and then I did get out here. And then I must have saw something later that won something. $139. It was out in 3 minutes or so, and then I took another one at 2 o'clock. Yeah, I thought once this broke, I said we're going here. Well, it didn't happen. And I generally don't trade overnight, so I'm still using the levels, using the 200 EMA to enter. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 contracts in, which is a lot for me. And then I think what this was, I had this activated. That closed. That wasn't me closing it. It was my indicator closing it for a $75 win. And it was actually a perfect, that's where my targets would have been anyway. But I kind of like this because once the total profit, unrealized profit gets to this total, the same way it would close you if you lost 200. If you have this activated, when you get to 75, I took it out and I had that on. I was like, let it naturally take $75. So that's where $75 came from. So this little sequence here was a $75 win if we look at the account here and where it ended up. Right here. So then I took one more. I don't know what this actually meant. That was just a winning trade. Just two winning trades. Let's see what's going on there at 157. Yeah, just a winning trade. Just a sharp move down. Let's see what it looked like on this chart. 2 o'clock. Yeah, this sharp move down here. 57. Yeah, it was pullbacks to these levels. You got live wire, you got a 200 EMA, you got a 55, you got a 21. Price hits, and then really it hit the support and resistance radar. So I took this short, boom, that these levels were going to at least throw it to here before it continued up, and it totally did. That was it. All right, long video, but that's it. One more thing is another channel I watch is this channel, and they had a competition yesterday, and the scalpers actually won over the swing traders, and that's why I don't swing trade. One of the guys was swing trading today, and he talks about stress-free trading, and I think he does go short, and he's up a good. Yeah, he is a beautiful short here. He probably took some profit here too. Did he hit his target? Yeah, I think he hits his target. I'd say it was a great trade. He got almost 200 points on that with 2 contracts. I don't know if it's mini or micros, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, 100. He got almost 200 points. And then I guess it's a stress-free trade because he won the trade already. But he also gave back 200 points from here. It went all the way back up. To me, that's stressful. Like, if you know you're going short, you're in short mode, well, take your money and then play the pullbacks. Get in and out. And the scalpers beat the swing traders yesterday. It was a girl named Selma and then Nick. Nick for a tick. And then right behind them was Tanya, who's, I don't know, whatever ICT is, but she's more of a swing trader. And she did good, but ultimately the scalpers won the day, which I was happy about because I'm a scalper. So you can see he's already pulled back. He's in this trade. He's already given back over 100 points. And I believe this goes even more on him and possibly even stops him out. To me, like, what are we doing here? And again, he thinks that's stress free. And to me, I'm like, oh. And it came back his way again, but then it came back on him again. If anything, play the pullbacks to these areas. And looking at the chart here, let's get to the time it was. You can see it was pulling back to levels and getting thrown out. Pull back to levels and getting thrown out. But it was up, 600. So it pulled back 200 points. And he gave it back. So just wanted to make that point why I don't swing trade. And he can sit here all day. I can't. I want to get my money and get out. So that's my view of swing trading. And he's successful at it, and that's great for him. But in the competition, I like that the scalpers won. And again, I wouldn't, if you're trading prop accounts, you just lost all that drawdown because the P, that matters. So depending on how many contracts you got in here, that drawdown is gone. Anyway, that was the recap.